Joe Rogan got COVID. Let's watch.
So I got back from the road Saturday night, feeling very weary. I had a headache, and I just felt run down. Just to be cautious, I separated from my family, slept in a different part of the house.
I don't understand what's going on with the Instagram filter that Joe Rogan is applying here, where this literally looks like the Zack Snyder edit. Like COVID, Zack Snyder edit. It's so much longer than it's supposed to be. Also, he kind of looks like shit.
And throughout the night, I got fevers and sweats, and I knew what was going on. I got up in the morning, got tested, and turns out I got COVID. So we immediately threw the kitchen sink at it. All kinds of meds, monoclonal antibodies, Ivermectin, Z-Pack, prednisone, everything.
Okay, so 2 things. First of all, more than 2 things, 3 things. 1, I thought he was vaccinated. I know he's like talked about vaccinations for kids and, you know, younger people and blah, blah, blah. And how like, you know, they don't need to get vaccinated or whatever. But I thought he himself was vaccinated. I don't know. I'm surprised that he's not. Or maybe he is. And he just did not mention that. That would be weird. 2, Joe Rogan is like, oh, dude, if you're healthy and you take vitamins, dude, like you don't need to worry about COVID. But then the moment he gets COVID, whether he's vaccinated or unvaccinated, he's taking like monoclonal antibodies. He's taking ivermectin, zinc, like Z-Pack. What the fuck's going on, dude? I thought it was nothing. Just, you know, I thought it rolled off of you easy. So that's the thing I don't understand. Like the monoclonal antibody is at least somewhat more tested than the ivermectin, right? Like monoclonal antibody treatment is not like hydroxychloroquine or the Z-Pack shit. You know what I mean? Or the ivermectin Z-Pack combo. Like that is actually a treatment that has led to some desirable outcomes in the eyes of scientists, at least, right? What is this fucking title? Joe is legitimately... I'm sorry. That's ableist and fucked up, but...
You're going to be vaccinated and not get it, or you might get it with Delta, and, you know, there's no telling.
Or you can be unvaccinated and not get it, too.
That's not going to be the case for, like, unless you're a hermit and never, you know, it's eventually going to.
I've been exposed to it many times, and I haven't gotten it. So, I got back from the road
Dude, that's literally a week later, dude. Oh my fucking God. I'm sorry, but like, I mean, it is funny. Like, look, I love him. He's such a fucking brain dead ape, but like, so let's finish this.
Got an NAD drip and a vitamin drip, and I did that 3 days in a row. And so here we are on Wednesday, and I feel great. I really only had one bad day.
First of all, he looks like shit. Secondly, these things come in cycles. Like, he might not be out of it, especially because he's not fucking vaccinated. Lastly, there's been like steroid users that have gotten that did not get the vaccine because it was not readily available at that time, that got COVID and like literally lost like fucking 40 pounds over the course of like 2 weeks where their lungs collapsed. So I hope that doesn't happen to him. Yeah, for someone who constantly, I said this already, but for someone who constantly played it down, he sure is taking a lot of meds, dude. Kind of weird. Maybe it fucking knocked him off his ass. Now, the problem is that like other idiots that are in his audience are going to see this and go, oh, dude. And that's the actual fear with ivermectin, is that like so many people are like, I'm not going to take the free vaccine that's safe and has a very high, like unreasonably high efficacy rate, and think like, well, I'll do the same thing Joe Rogan did, because like, you know, he has stands. Let's be fucking real, right? Like, he actually has fucking stands, and they listen to him and they do dumb shit when he does dumb shit. So that's the big issue there. What is really, really frustrating here is that like, I don't care if ivermectin is a fucking reliable alternative treatment for COVID. I am super on board with it being the case. Okay, I want that to be a good treatment. But the difference between me and dumbass podcasters who are like, ivermectin is the treatment and they're hiding it from you, is that the people that know better have not come to that conclusion yet. And if there's one person who doesn't know better, it's fucking Joe Rogan. Okay, Jesus Christ, dude. The difference between me and someone like, you know, your Facebook aunt is that like, I recognize my limitations. I'm not going to fucking be like, oh, dude, ivermectin actually is an incredible treatment, and like everyone is hiding the truth for one reason or the other, and we should start taking horse dewormer and all these other things, which I know ivermectin can be used on humans as well. It's just a different way to use it, different delivery mechanism, but except Merck, which is the pharmaceutical company that creates ivermectin for human use, openly stated not to take it for fucking COVID. So did the FDA. So if you're the kind of dude who's like, oh, I don't know, there's no FDA authorization, but then you fucking sell on-it pills and suppies, okay, that are not FDA approved at all, you're the kind of dude who like literally has taken steroids, okay, not just TRT, but other shit too. And you're the kind of dude who's like, I don't know, FDA authorization hasn't come yet, but then you turn around and you take ivermectin when the FDA is telling you not to for COVID. You're fucking baboon, dude. It's so dumb. How can you be so stupid? And the worst part about it is it's just like Donald Trump, right? I mean, he's in better shape than Donald Trump, obviously. But just like Donald Trump had like top, like best researchers on the fucking planet, best medical care that money can't even buy, okay? No one is like helivacking you into the best treatment facility on the fucking planet. Joe Rogan has access to treatments and shit that the average Joe does not. So he can throw the kitchen sink at a fucking problem and even get experimental treatments if need be and get over it when the average Joe can't. So it's incredibly irresponsible and dangerous to, at this stage, pump ivermectin, which is, you know, not a fucking cure for COVID as far as we know, and science can change. But right now, the literature on the matter does not prove what you think it proves. You can find like 1 or 2 fucking studies that say like ivermectin actually led to better recovery results or whatever in you know certain subsets of the population or whatever. But like the main study that ivermectin that put ivermectin on the map was falsified. The data was completely falsified. There aren't 19 studies. You're lying to yourself and you're lying to others. The main fucking study in that meta study that everyone loves to fucking link to had falsified numbers in it, which is why it was pulled, but it was too late at that point. Like, it doesn't matter because idiots were running around with it regardless. And the meta study that was conducted on off of that original study that like greatly improved or greatly fucking made it seem like ivermectin was really good in aiding the COVID recovery efforts, destroyed the results of that fucking meta study when that was pulled. So the meta study was pulled as well. I'm not like anti-science. I am pro-science. I believe that if like ivermectin is good and can be helpful, I would rather wait, just like I said the same exact thing about the fucking vaccines. I would rather wait until those who are profoundly smarter than me, like in unimaginable ways, that have spent their entire lives dedicated to this shit, tell me that they've gone through the rigorous testing and figured out that it's actually good. It won a Nobel Prize for being safe and generic. It doesn't matter, dumbass. It won a Nobel Prize for being safe and generic for anti-parasite medication, not for fucking COVID. So when you're sitting there shitting out your intestinal lining thinking that there's worms in your fucking body, like the rest of these goons that have been taking ivermectin, remember that, okay? You're shitting out your intestinal lining because you're taking an anti-parasitic medication for no reason. No, it's not just safe for fucking horses. Like, it's for humans too. Of course, there's use for humans as well. Just like ketamine does, which is horse tranquilizer. Just like clenbuterol is literally asthma medication for horses, and yet also used by humans. Joe Rogan should know. Not that he's using clenbuterol, but you know. Yet you were willing to get the vaccine before the same rigorous testing? That's not true! I was willing to get the vaccine because of the rigorous testing, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? That's literally not true. Do you want to know why we're not talking about like the fucking 7 other companies right now that also were a part of Operation Warp Speed and also were looking to fucking rush and mass produce a vaccine? Because they didn't get through the rigorous testing procedures, okay? That's why we're talking about Pfizer and Moderna and AstraZeneca and not like tens of other fucking pharmaceutical corporations that also were a part of the fucking program that failed in creating a successful fucking vaccine. It's for humans too, fucking himbo. Read what chat is saying. Human ivermectin is for humans. The ones these apes are using isn't. Yeah, just because ivermectin is, you know, there's a specific type of ivermectin that is created for humans and not for horse consumption, doesn't mean the one that you get from the feed store is actually going to save you. As a matter of fact, it's probably going to cause blindness or fucking liver damage or shed out the remaining fucking parts of your intestinal lining that you haven't shed out yet. The chemical itself is the same. The problem is people are taking horse dosages. No, the problem also is that people are taking ivermectin in general. Stop taking untested medication that doctors and professionals are telling you not to take, thinking that you're going to get like immunity or thinking that you're going to have an expedient recovery as a consequence of this fucking drug that has not been proven to work on COVID patients. You're taking an anti-parasitic drug for a fucking virus. And the other part of the problem is like, it's not like ivermectin studies are like being pushed aside. I encourage that there are more studies on the benefits of ivermectin. But as it stands, all of the data that we have leads to a false sense of security amongst fucking baboons who think that they don't need to take the vaccine because their favorite podcaster told them horse dewormer works better. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Frontiers removes the... there it is. It removes the controversial ivermectin paper pre-publication. This is one that like everyone fucking points to still. And then the worst part is the people who have like delusionally and blindly followed through on like ivermectin is actually good literally turn around and say, oh, they removed it because fake news, like because, you know, they're scared because ivermectin is easy and cheap rather than the vaccines, which are fucking free. It's free. It's already paid for, let alone the reality that Merck, which is the fucking main producer of ivermectin, the pharmaceutical corporation that stands to benefit the most from the mass usage of their fucking drug, have personally came out and said, don't use ivermectin for COVID. It is untested and unproven. At this point, you will not listen to any matter of reason. It is so fucking stupid. So just die then. I don't know. If you don't want to take the fucking vaccine and instead you're going to take something that like the FDA and the fucking pharmaceutical corporation itself has told you not to fucking take, then just die, I guess. I don't know what to do. And I'm going to make fun of you when that happens, though. I'm just letting you know. If you fucking get COVID, you didn't take the necessary precautions, and you refuse to listen to fucking professionals, and you listen to your favorite podcaster instead, or rather, you listen to your fucking dumbass like Facebook aunt, and you fucking died or had long-term health complications as a consequence of getting COVID, I'm not going to feel too bad for you, dude, because you had every opportunity to not do this, okay? Holy shit, you're like turning me into a fucking Republican. Are you going to backtrack on this again and say that they're victims of misinformation? I mean, they are still victims of misinformation, but they make it surely incredibly difficult for me to fucking feel sympathy for them, especially if they're in this chat right now. They're still victims of misinformation, and the only reason why I still fucking scream about this shit instead of being like, all right, fuck yourself then, is because I do care, ultimately. I don't want Chatter's parents to fucking die. But he's right, please. You can't really be the only one who doesn't see capitalism and all this. Oh my God, dude, I do. Guess what? It is in the fucking benefit of capital owners for you fucking hogs to get back to work, you dumb wage slaves, and go back to consumption, more importantly. That's precisely why they want everyone to be vaccinated, so we can go back to business as usual. Do you not understand this? That's why they would not fucking flub something as huge as a fucking vaccine that they're promoting mass inoculation campaigns on, because a bunch of dead people is not good for them. A bunch of dead slaves is not good for anyone. It's not good for business. You dying, or rather shutting down ICUs, is bad for business.
Next up, we have ivermectin, which is an anti-parasitic medication used in both humans and animals. Lately, there's been speculation about ivermectin being used to prevent severe cases of COVID-19. However, this hasn't quite played out in the quality research. There are some trials still ongoing, but this medication is far from proving a benefit. And this is really important to note because there are individuals across the US who believe in this medication so much that they're actually taking their animals' medication to treat themselves. Folks, do not do this. It is incredibly dangerous. The dosages are not the same. The types of medications are not the same. Do not use ivermectin unless it's for an approved FDA use.
I can't take this guy seriously until I see how well he dances to fucking TikTok beats. I'm sorry. His 4 Webbies and his Dr. Mike neon sign is not doing it for me. Ivermectin at the right doses have been proven to destroy the virus. A published study shows that enough horse dewormer will kill the host at lethal doses. Once the host dies, within a few hours, the virus is gone as well. Thus, it is 100% effective against the COVID-19 virus. Yeah, can't have COVID if you're fucking dead. Anyway, remember the time when Bill Burr fucking owned Joe Rogan for not wearing a mask?
Fucking assholes on my street, walking around, no masks.
You want people to walk down the street with a mask on?
Let's not start this, Joe.
Do you, though?
Let's not start this. Okay.
Let's start it.
I don't want to start this bullshit. I'm not going to sit here with no medical degree, listening to you with no medical degree, with an American flag behind you, smoking a cigar, acting like we know what's up better than the CDC.
It's true.
All I do is I listen. I watch.
That's literally my take. I agree with this take 100%. It's like, dude, we're dickheads. Why do you think like your aunt on Facebook knows more than the fucking doctors, you idiot?
A wonderful, heartfelt thank you to modern medicine for pulling me out of this so quickly and easily. And my love to all of you.
My dude, you look great. Like more than usual, dude. You don't look good. If you think you look good, I'm going to be honest with you. You don't. Okay? You look bad. I'm so disappointed in Joe Rogan. Why? Like, what were you expecting? I love that Joe Rogan was like, I ended his video with a thank God for modern medicine, but also, you know, fuck the vaccine. Joe's having some crazy side effects.
Got tested, and turns out I got COVID. So we immediately threw the kitchen sink at it. All kinds of meds, monoclonal antibodies, ivermectin, Z-Pak, prednisone, everything.
You taking that vaccine?
No.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I would if I felt like I needed it, but I just feel like if you maintain your health, and I think for some people it's important. I think for some people it's good.
Are they gonna make people take it in order to go overseas?
I'm worried about that. I don't like that.
I don't like needles. I
want to know how people fare over X amount of months. Like what happens in 6 months after the vaccine? How long does it last for? Do you need it again next year?
Dude, Joe Rogan is the funniest person to deny the vaccine because, like, you know, he does steroids and literally sells, like, non-approved supplements. Like, it's so silly, dude. You are such a silly bitch. Dude, okay, here, I'm clicking on your fucking link, dude. Here, okay. Okay, it's actually funny. Not New York City arresting 12 people for selling vaccine cards for $250 and giving them federal charges. Yeah, that's good. They should literally go to jail for that. It's anti-vax mama, right? We talked about the guy who got them arrested, dude. The guy who, like, did the research. This was pretty funny. A fake Moderna vaccine card leads to a woman's arrest in Hawaii. Dude, that's so indecent that, like, you went to a fucking island, dude, that has, like, a limit to how many fucking hospitals they can physically have in that space with a false vax card, potentially putting people in, like, serious trouble, dude. You're a fucking piece of shit. Like, throw them in the volcano, dude. I swear to God. Moderna. I got that Moderna.